wish we had biscuits. That was the most emotional.
No, it was on the train where he looked up into the window and said, "I'm glad the cake came back."
What do you mean?
Said it to
Like in fashion? What do you mean by that?
There was a trolley that brings the cake.
He was worried that when he come back round, he'd get another bit of cake, and he was glad the cake came back.
These are the real Gamewank memories. Memories of making fun of Richie.
It's not a memory if it still happens.
I'm glad the Gamewank went away.
Didn't come back.
Right, do your stuff for the last time.
For the last time.
Wank about games.
Hello and welcome to the final ever episode of Gamewank.
We tear in your eye there.
We tear in my eye.
Oh, aye, so I can see it.
So yeah, as ever, we're going to be doing. Talking,
I know you're emotional, Richie, but come on, composure.
I don't know what we're going to be talking about today. We are going to be talking about games, but
I've eaten so many peanuts, I can't even think. That's food of peanuts.
As ever, for the last time, I'm Richie Morgan, and to my left is
Barry Topping.
and to his left is
Ryan McLeod.
and to his left is
Guy Woodward.
Guy Woodward. So yeah.
R.I.P. Gamewank.
R.I.P. Gamewank.
finally
Actually,
come to
R.I.P. Game. I think when we made the announcement last night, there was so many people that kind of just went,
Aye,
"All
very
right,
good.
aye, very good, guys. This is what's this like the fourth time now?" But
Aye.
no, it's happening.
I
It's
got a
happening this
DM
time.
for some. Really? Is it really?
I know the realization
Someone tried
started.
to poach you for another podcast. Was it Scott and Joe?
I'm saying nothing.
Guy, you want no.
Saying nothing.
But there were a few reasons why Gamewank's ending.
There's a few reasons. I mean, I think
Address them now.
Gamewank's been going for 6.5 years. Started in 2008.
When you still had some hair that wasn't grey.
I know. Christ.
Well, I can't speak for all your body hair.
I did actually find my first grey chest hair the other day.
Get the math.
Wouldn't be a pube though, would it?
Get the math. Become like an Olympic
No, seen
swimmer.
a pube in 10 years.
It wasn't the own Richie, it was an old man. It was examining.
Examining. So this is what it looks like. This is what a normal sized penis looks like.
On an old man. Oh.
I bought it at the gym.
Do you work here, son?
Have I ever told that story?
This is the second time today I joked him up about Richie at the hospice. No, it was you, it was Ryan at the hospice. Teaching
Tell us, man, because
old folk how to play
we
games.
don't need to fucking stick to games this time.
All right, well,
Talk shite.
The very brief period a year or so ago that I was a member of.
We've told this story on the podcast already.
Sure.
Have we? Aye.
I don't mind this.
I don't remember.
I might have been before your time.
I
but-
remember telling you it when we were out one night and you went absolutely mental. Because
we've definitely told this on the podcast before.
the story
I
about the
don't
guy.
Just
the,
like a
the-
clip show.
There was a guy
Best of.
who couldn't get in his locker, but he was completely in the scud, and he was an older fella, and he just came right up to me.
Try
He's like,
putting your bowie in it, mate.
and he just came right up to me, like really, like even closer to someone who fully dressed even should be. And he's like, "I can't get in my locker, mate. Can you give me a hand?" Like,
What you meant to do?
Hold it.
that's not. He's the two memories that stick in my head about going to the gym is that one. And the first day I went in and there was a boy standing and he had like one leg lifted and he was using the communal hairdryer to dry his balls.
For fuck's sake. Was it good?
So that was the reason that Gamewank.
That's the reason Gamewank came to an end.
You'd be better off with one of the air blades, wouldn't you? You could dip them down into the...
Lower your sagging balls into.
It's like a kind of self-circumcision kit. Like, put it in an air blade.
Wouldn't he chop it off? It would just flap it a bit.
I'm worried it had done it off the sides. Like,
It would cut off circulation. It would fall.
it'd be dangerous. I think we can
It's
all
like when you
agree
put
on
a
that.
tatty skin on a wart.
What? Do what?
Yay. This is great for the last episode. If you have a wee wart, to get rid of it, you just take a wee bit of tatty skin so it's still like moist on the inside and that. Rub it on it for a good while and then lay it and it dries it out and the wart just dies and falls off.
Rubbish.
Seriously, I used to have a what?
Put a tatty skin on your wart and kill a duck.
Throw the duck over your
And
right
you'll have a
shoulder.
good night's sleep.
Is this what they do in Glengarnock? You don't have the NHS, so it's like you
Fucking.
go and see the soothsayer.
The tatty man just
I
drops.
don't live in the countryside.
An ambulance full of spuds.
No, it's the Bon Accord van. It's got like sacks of tatties just driven by a crazy old woman.
What were we talking about?
Gamewank.
It's ending because Richie wants out of the podcast game.
Don't say it like that.
That's your words.
I said it to
what you
someone
said.
last night. It's
Richie and Ryan a wee bit don't play games anymore, so
it's a big
we can't really do a podcast.
It's a large issue. I kind of got to a point where I realised
If you do want to still catch me, I'll be on my gaming show, Shocky Events.
Yeah, I kind of got to a point where every time I was playing a game, I was like, right, I better play something for the podcast instead of just playing something I wanted to play. And but I mean that's a very small part of the bigger picture, really.
Yeah, Gamewank was never really our thing. Like it was always it was Richie and Jim's thing, but in terms of this group of people, it was never really our thing. So it was hard wanting to put a lot of effort into it, but also being aware at the back of your mind that it wasn't really a thing that you made. So
We talked about rebranding plenty of times, didn't we? Because we always felt like it wasn't really us.
Aye, I mean, like this coming to an end doesn't mean that we're just going to sort of disappear.
well, we shot when we shot that thing for Channel 4. That pretty much it gave us a taste of making actual high production quality videos. So I think videos is what we want to be doing. So you never know when you might make some.
Yeah, I mean, there are things happening. We're kind of talking about what we're going to do next, but it's all, we don't want to say anything yet because there's nothing completely solid. As if everyone's waiting.
Big
with
news
bated-
coming soon, guys. And 3 years later, just we didn't have a fucking not a sausage.
It's something we've all enjoyed doing, and it's not because we all hate each other or anything like that. It's literally just.
Now's the best time to just come out with it. Just say what you feel.
Guy, I love you.
I love you too.
I love Guy as well.
I love you too, Ryan.
Thanks.
They love you, Rich.
That's a sort of roundabout explanation.
I guess I'm thinking about the Bon Accord truck. with Tatties on it, like it's a Tattie van. Yeah, your dad, guy, Tattie van's here.
You go out and you buy tatties and you pay for the tatties with more tatties.
So I mean, this isn't as this is the final episode of Gamewank. It's technically not the end of Gamewank because after the fucking roaring success of our Christmas live stream, we're going to do another E3 live stream this year. Just the one. It'll be on Tuesday the 16th.
Tuesday, basically,
Which is the
whenever
evening of the Nintendo conference.
Aye, we're hoping to start pretty much directly after the Nintendo conference, assuming they don't have some sort of amazing treehouse event that you all want to run off and watch.
Treehouse is shite.
That is pish.
Shite.
I've seen the trailer.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna live stream here. We're gonna test it first to make sure it's not fucking.
We will
Not a
test
shit
it
heap.
first.
But we're just gonna have a big funeral and talk about E3, and Ryan's gonna get back on the drink. So is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Eckies? Eckies happening.
I think folk might prefer it if folk want to see us on Eckies on a live stream. Twitch might shut it down, but just keep it on the down low.
They'll shut us down, but people will still be able to see us.
Because they popped along with us.
If you want to join in, code
Take your Eckies
hashtag
now.
sweeties. Hashtag sweetie wank.
Swedgers.
But I guess that's our plan. I guess.
Well, take your Eckies now, like one of those 3D
Put it
glasses.
on your
graphics.
3D glasses.
But mine there's a delay, so
It's like we're coming down just as everyone else. oh. Does anyone have any particular Gamewank highlights? Richie, you've got a much more rich
Oh, God,
tapestry of memories.
You're throwing me in the. Throwing me somewhere. I don't know.
Fucking hell. How long have you been doing it? 6.5 years.
6.5 years.
Still can't say words.
Still can't say words.
Any
I know.
regrets?
Any regrets? No, don't think so. I mean, they probably could have done it more.
Aye. But that
Um,
was part of the charm.
As part of the charm of Gamewank, because it only appeared every sort of 6 months at one
Aye.
point.
Do you still like games?
Yeah, I love games. I just
Yeah, I love games.
Boy.
Trust me, please. But did you not sell your PS4?
I've not
You're
sold
going to
it.
sell your Wii U in your as well.
No, I'm not gonna sell my Wii U, but I might sell my PS4.
There's nothing on it that you need it for.
And then, well, when's No Man's Sky coming out?
It doesn't exist.
It'll be shite.
It's not real. It's a work.
Better not be. 'Cause then I will be done. If it's shite.
Did you know by Bloodborne?
I did.
Have you played it?
A wee bit.
Give it to me.
Do you know what happened with Bloodborne? Is like, I tell you what happened with Bloodborne. For the week leading up to it coming out, everyone was talking about it, and I thought I would quite like to try Bloodborne. And
You
every
got
time I mentioned it,
you
I
went
did.
me.
I did, and everyone was like, and every time I said it, like even Kate was like, it doesn't seem like a very you game, and I got really annoyed because
you
everyone.
heard that as you could never fucking play that.
Yeah, I'd like total thick of it. Glenn meltdown.
I know,
I
and
am a man.
and I went out and then I tried playing it, and I was really bad. I got really into it for a minute, and then I just kept repeatedly getting killed.
But that's what you do.
I know, but I was kind of feeling like I was doing it. Like, there's a way to play it where you're getting repeatedly killed, and
Doing
that's
slightly
what happens.
better.
But then there's me levels of repeatedly getting killed.
Was
in
it
which
like-
case I've not left the same save point for about 3 days. So
Thing is, with Bloodborne, you can sprint past most of the enemies.
right, okay, maybe that's what. See, there
don't
was a
have
bit the
to,
last.
but-
That sounds like a really fun game.
The last time,
Run from point A.
the last
point B.
time I
like Sonic.
played it, like the bit I was approaching, I was standing around a corner, and I must have been standing for ages trying to think of the right time. And I was trying to lead people around the corner so I could kill them off one at a time.
Cheating.
And then no, is that cheating? That's tactics.
You just
But anyway,
aggroing them to
so
bring them round to you.
yeah, basically, so I was standing for ages, like peeking around the corner, not looking behind me, and a fucking giant came up and just smooshed me.
Yes.
Giant.
Or whatever it was. Just,
A giant.
twatted me on the head.
One of
and
the big guys, maybe.
A big
boy with the
fella.
sax.
Not like a giant, like just a
Cunt in
big
a white
fella.
coat.
Them
I didn't
axe,
see him.
Big axe.
He just aye.
Big fat guy.
No,
I know
no.
what
Oh,
you're-
right, the executioners.
He just came up and I
Aye,
was like,
I'll have it.
He come up and taught you a lesson.
taught me a lesson. I know.
So what have you played anything at all?
Probably not if you can't.
Well, I mean, there's things that like I've
Fading
been
in the Gamewank theme tune over. You got Splatoon, eh?
Playing a lot of Shovel Knight recently, but
What on?
like again, it's just way out of date. 3DS.
Is this you replaying it? Aye.
No, playing it for the first time.
Oh fuck.
I know.
Does it live up to the hype?
It's
for
everything
you?
that I hoped it would be.
Good.
Because it's difficult, but it's not like like in that old NES way difficult in which you get really fed up. It's
mean,
more like
even-
it's like every time I get killed in Shovel Knight, I'm like I'm almost there.
Plus, you do have the checkpoints,
Aye.
but like you can destroy them and make it harder.
Aye. No, I don't do that.
Quite good.
It's out on Xbox and that now as well, eh?
Oh,
You got
so
all
it
the
is, aye.
Battletoads
Fucking
stuff in that.
Boys, we're talking about games.
This is
That's why I'm tuning up.
you got Splatoon though, eh?
I got Splatoon last night, but I've not had a chance to.
We're gonna play it tonight, but
I'm
eh?
gonna play it tonight. Aye.
Must
I'm
be
really.
nice.
It's a shame you can't play though. I
I know,
always
I'm
want to play
gutted.
games with you, but I never can
I'm
because of your
gutted.
shitty rural internet connection.
Shite, man.
Get onto the government. They're always looking for a rural broadband initiative. Shite. I'm the biggest internet star on the west coast. Look at the size of my
Is that
car.
how I talk?
I don't
Is
fucking.
that how I sound?
I don't fucking know. Lay that car, Helene.
Fucking Edinburgh folk, man.
I'm not from
It
fucking
is Edinburgh. It is
From
Edinburgh.
fucking, he's for Edinburgh.
Livy is Edinburgh.
I'm not for Edinburgh.
Salt and sauce, that's Edinburgh.
Bullshit.
Why did Gamewank stop?
She kept saying I was for Edinburgh. You fucking cunt.
Aye, so I'm looking for.
Richie never used to be
Splatoon.
for Edinburgh. Like
Never
Kirk
used
Liston
to.
never used to be in Edinburgh.
Curliston used
What
to be.
happened in Edinburgh just swallowed it.
Curliston, aye,
They
basically,
wanted
Curliston-
they wanted the Forth Bridges to be a part of Edinburgh, so they did a big land grab.
Did they
and all.
tempt them with
Just-
culture?
just when we-
Supposed culture.
Yeah, I think it was like a couple of years after we moved into Curliston. It was like I remember.
Listen to the Tattie man complaining about
Hey.
fucking supposed culture.
Hey, I live where there used to be steelworks. Right.
And now there's Tattie
Well,
fields
for
as
real
far as the
people,
eye can see.
real men. What?
Despite the fact that
So when you're in the
most
steel,
of the population hasn't worked in the steelworks for ages, you still have the
It was
opportunity
fucking
to.
Maggie, right?
so when you were in the steelworks, you had an accident, your arm got cut off. Did you like just stick a Tattie waffle in it?
Yeah, it'll grow back.
I can't even remember what I was.
So that's what you've been, Ryan. You've been playing anything at all?
No. Sonic
All
All Stars Racing Transformed. I've been playing.
Who you been playing that with?
Just some pensioners.
And how's that been working out?
Pretty good.
What are pensioners as terrible at video games as you'd think? Or?
Aye, they're pretty bad. Aye.
Is it?
I would say probably about 70. 70's your limit, I think, for picking up games.
Is it
After
that? Is their hand-eye coordination just fucked? Or?
There was one 96. This is a. This is going to need some kind of explanation. I'm doing a kind of helping out a thing for telly where pensioners are playing video games. You might spot what program it's on, but I'd rather not say. There was one 96-year-old woman who was trying to play Sega.
Is it Britain's Got Talent?
There was one 96-year-old woman who was trying to play the Racing Transformed game. And she was just sitting, looking at it. No pressing any
She's
buttons.
maybe used to connect.
Right. She was trying to think the
Aye.
car forwards. That's what she was trying to. It's like I kept telling her to press the button to make the car go forward, and she'd tap it and the car would move forward. It would edge forward a few feet. And then she'd just sit and look at it again. And I didn't know what to do. Because
Do I tell her again?
Aye.
so they're no the best.
What characters do they choose? This is a very important.
Did they recognise any of them?
No.
Did they recognise Danica Patrick?
Maced. That's the only one they recognise.
One of the people was Danica Patrick. That's me.
Most of them pick Sonic because that means that they don't need to move the controller a bit, because that's the default pick. Well, there was one woman who, because I was saying that all the old people that were, I said that you can pick any of these characters that you want, just whatever one you like the look of. And one of the old women pointed and went, I'm going to go Mickey Mouse.
Who was it?
It's Tails.
Alex.
Who is
Alex, because Alex the
Alex
kid.
the kid.
It's not the right colour, it's not the right animal.
Nothing similar.
No.
Does Tails? Is it the gloves? Does Tails wear gloves?
Aye.
There you go.
Aye,
Gloves.
maybe.
But he's ginger.
Gloves.
So you had a good time with the pensioner.
I'm still doing it. Still
Jink, it's because they've never played games previously. Jink, our generation will still be able to play games well in
Definitely.
time.
Oh, I think so.
Definitely.
Because
You never sit down at a computer and have to be shown how to kind of operate the computer basically.
I guess so.
It's the.
I mean, we're not going to be able to feed or dress ourselves, but we'll be able to. You'll be able to
I
New
was
Game Plus.
Slating
we'll all be
saying-
fucked with RSI though.
the ones that were more reluctant, like they were obviously completely daunted by
Aye.
that just weren't taking anything in that I was saying. I was trying to explain to them that they probably thought I was kidding, that everybody gets that. Even like somebody who plays games a lot, you get a new game and you look at it, there is a period of time you go, right, what's happening here?
Aye, because
What's
you're not
going
used
on?
to what's on the screen and
Aye.
the HUD and things like that.
Aye.
It's-
I know, but
the
I,
best thing you can do is no mess about. It's just to go in and play.
Aye.
You just
Aye.
go keep moving.
I think it is incredible, like how much we take for granted. Like, totally on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, I got my half brother a 2DS for his birthday a couple of months ago, and I sat down with him to play Mario for the first time.
Hold on. Tell everyone, what did he call his character in Pokemon?
Oh Christ! When he played Pokemon, it came up. Give your character a nickname, and he called it Minecraft.
But that's not a character.
He's a strange wee boy.
What?
Very strange wee
It's
boy.
like calling your cat Mortgage.
But
Richie Mortgage.
the funny thing is, his older brother. So there was two. There was two of them. There's a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old. And the 13-year-old, I gave him Scribble Knots, on the 3DS. And you know how it's like you can put an anything.
Did he try to
Did he
draw
just make it
Minecraft?
Minecraft?
No. His first question was like, "Can you get prostitutes in this?" And I was like, I don't think it's that sort of game. And he just wrote prostitutes, and then it never came up. And then he was like, and then he wrote cock, and then of course a chicken appeared. And I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that with you.
You should get them that drawn
And then
to
he
life.
fucking went back to playing FIFA. The first thing he did is he went out and bought FIFA for the 3DS.
It's a prostitute, something.
Probably. But anyway, so I'm trying to show him.
Women ruining FIFA.
You see
again.
that? You see that fucking disgraceful, that, innit?
So I tried to play Mario with him.
It's FIFA, it's no Fifi. No.
So
I think it should be illegal for men to watch or play football. That's what they should just.
It will be soon, mate. Don't worry about it.
So I'm trying to play Mario with him, and he's running along. You know, he tried to run away from the Goomba, and then it killed him. And then I was like, no, you've got to jump on it. So he jumped on it, and then I was like, right, now jump and hit the blocks. This took about a minute to explain that you had to jump to hit the blocks. And then he hit the block.
That time we played Mario with Jim.
How do you run? This is essentially. It was very similar. So the mushroom came out, and he ran away from it again. I was like, no, you have to collect that one. And it was like, I was just thinking to myself, Christ, this is explaining it to someone who's no concept of how this works. And then of course, I was trying to explain to him that sometimes you had to run in order to jump higher, but he just wasn't able to see. Like, I've done this a few times with various people, watching people trying to play Mario and trying to explain to them that they have to run sometimes, but they don't do it and they just hold right, and he walks through the level.
I've pretty much got the run button. Just need to we'll tape it down.
I know, but it's
B dash.
I guess it's just it's. I just think every so often you hit a situation like that and you realise how much you take for granted in terms of how your brain's wired to.
Well, it's like me trying to play FIFA.
Yeah,
I still don't know the buttons. What's the buttons?
But you know, it's games have a sort of basic rules that we all know. But it's.
I'm one of those people that when I play FIFA, I just keep getting people sent off until the game's abandoned.
Aye. Tackle everything, and when you get the ball, you just boot it into the stand. Hit circle, volley the fucker.
You should play fives for that attitude. Hits it, gets it.
I remember there was a guy in our primary school. Every so often, the Janny would go up on the roof and kick all the balls off the roof.
I'm glad you added that.
He would go up on the roof and just fire about.
Good idea.
And he would kick all the balls off the roof, and then there was like the school bully would just throw them all back on.
Bullying the Janny.
It's a proper bullying.
Chucking stuff in the ground. Pick that up.
No, he waited for the Janny. He was more bullying the kids that were playing with him.
No, stay. Watch.
Like dressing up like the Jenny. Sitting in the Jenny's cupboard.
A wee boy with a tash.
I'm the Jenny now.
You've been playing The Witcher 3?
Of course I've fucking been playing The Witcher 3. But it's one of those games you feel as if it restricts a lot of information for you. These simple things. Like, hundreds of folk were complaining because Geralt will die for like a 3-foot fall. Just mace your health. And it was like just the other day, the fucking official accounts like, oh, when you're about to hit the ground, hit circle or B twice and you'll roll.
So he dies for a 3-foot fall in The Witcher.
Aye.
So I take it they don't have tatties in the game.
How did this become my thing for this?
Tatty man guy with blood.
I don't understand. Have you honestly never heard the daft fucking tatty skin thing?
No.
Honestly, it does. Dries out a wee water and it'll fall off.
Just tie a bit of thread.
I had a wart in
It's
my
today
finger
with the
once on
starch.
the outside of my pinky, and I ran it along a brick wall, and it like ripped. There's like a wee white seed in the middle of the water, and it ripped all that as well. It bled for about a day, but it got rid of it.
Actually, I think I used to just bite mine.
Cool. No, you need to kill it, man, because the roots.
Well, no, that's why it's like.
I need to kill it with a tatty.
But I think it's to do with the starch, something like that. Dries it out. Any other health tips?
No, you're right.
I do want to know the other Glengarnock mystery.
What mystery?
Did you like a juice cleanse with like dirty puddle water?
Well, he's doing this to me.
I don't know.
Decided to wait for the last one to make me the butt of the jokes.
You hit it with the tatty stuff.
Aye.
I brought it on myself.
You dug your own grave.
Or your
We
own
a
tatty
tatty.
patch.
Your own tatty patch, yeah.
Your Margro's tatties, eh?
Aye, she does.
I'm going to go home and periscope myself eating a raw tatty.
Oh, that's how Chris McCandless died.
my mate and his brother used to eat raw
What? That's how he
tatties.
died,
What?
apparently.
Eating
Feeding raw
I
tatties.
don't know. Honestly, my mate and his brother, I stayed at their house one night, and it was the next morning, and his mom was making soup, and she was peeling tatties, and him and his brother come through, and they were just eating raw tatties like a fucking peeled apple.
No,
And I
that's
just stared at them, and stared, and they fucking just, that was totally normal to them.
it's not good for you.
No.
And they weren't feeling garlic.
Where were they from?
Dull rye.
What, in Edinburgh?
So the Dorai in Edinburgh?
Aye.
They copied us. They copied real Dorai. That's new Dorai.
Right, okay.
Dalai Lama.
Dorai's no bad. It's Beeth you've got to... Is there a Beeth near you?
Sorry, man.
It's fucking Dorai.
No.
Is there a Beeth near you?
No.
Because Beeth is... It's funny running
Oh,
up tune.
Beeth.
No.
Is it Beeth?
Just like it's Leith.
Beef.
It's
Twin
no,
with Leaf.
It's no Leith. It's Leith.
Leave.
Leith in Beeth.
I've never heard anyone call it leave.
No, I'm making a joke.
Alright.
Beeth is the one that in our wee tunes.
100% beef. 100% Scottish beef.
In our wee tunes, Beeth is the
You're
place
such a
where-
beefcake guy.
Don't associate me with Beeth. Beeth is always the worst. So fucking state in your face.
Beef.
You'll know though, it's going to happen again in a minute.
Tell us about bees.
No, it's always.
I'm imagining Cher singing. Do you believe?
Do you believe in Leith after beef?
Fuck's sake, man.
Beef.
Right,
What were you saying?
nothing.
No, on you go.
No. Beeth. Beeth is the place that everybody rips into.
Beavis and butter.
See the look on your face, like you forced that out. Like your mind was going 100 mile an hour. Like, there's one
I had
way
to
in
hold
this.
back. I had it for a while.
There's one way in.
I was trying to maintain composure. Anyway, we should move on for this way.
Fuck Beeth.
So you've been sharing your Gamewank memories, obituaries, so on and so
any
forth
actual
with us.
memories?
Don't know.
So we asked people to post under the hashtag RipWank. And it's...
I mean, I don't take this the wrong way. I don't want the last episode to go sideways, but I wasn't like the biggest. I wasn't an encyclopedia of knowledge when it came to Gamewank. So what are the funny highlights of Gamewank? What?
Graceful.
I know the graceful one.
Great. There's Graceful.
The Primark thing.
What is that? I don't.
Primark.
The thing that you're not allowed to talk about.
Oh well, I know that as well.
I wish I knew that.
There was a time that I
after.
moaned about the price of a carton of Ribena. That went on for a while.
That's real
How
funny.
much was it?
So I just mentioned that I went to buy a carton of Ribena on the way here.
Yeah.
Apparently the people of West Calder find it acceptable to pay 65 pence for a carton of Ribena.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't.
I can't believe you. Did you actually make a complaint, did you?
No, I
In
just
Scotland.
didn't buy Ribena.
Did you pick it up and go, for God's sake, holding it up? This is daylight robbery.
fillings out my teeth, you know.
65p for a carton of Ribena is probably about average, mate, to be honest.
No, it's not.
If-
Outside of the city, no.
What fucking... What shitty Leith hobbles have you been buying your Ribena out, eh? Oh my God. You'd be like, well, it's 14 pence for it. I mean, I know it's been pissed on and that. The carton's been nibbled at by various sizes of rat, but at least the price is reasonable.
That's nothing, man.
I know.
For Ribena.
I know.
How much did they used to cost?
I don't know. There was, like-
65 was whoa.
It wasn't that long ago that we were recording. I think it was in the first year, so it was like, yeah, it'd been about 2009. I'm pretty sure that 65p is a reasonable.
And you live over in Edinburgh, so you should
Well,
have been
well,
used to
yeah, there's that as well. It was out in West Calder.
it. Is it actually in Edinburgh you live?
No.
Kirkliston's in Edinburgh.
It's a bit like saying Motherwell's in Glasgow.
Is Motherwell actually in Glasgow?
No.
Because before you go through the thing, it's welcome to Edinburgh.
It's like
Edinburgh's not a county,
Wait,
is
you
it?
tell me
Council,
there's a
Edinburgh Council.
sign in Kirkliston that says...
No.
Welcome to
Just
Edinburgh?
outside of
Kirkby.
Broxburn, it's like Edinburgh Council. That's
Oh,
what it
right, I
is.
get you. Funnily enough, I come under Beith as a postcode. No, England Garlic. That's not a joke.
What is
It's-
the postcode? Just capital letters BEITH.
It's like if
Leave
I
me
sat here and told you funny bits from episodes of Gamewank, they're just going to sound really pathetic.
Let's
so.
look at other people's
I
memories.
think old Gamewank was maybe a slightly different thing. I mean, that was about games and had jokes, and we were just laughing at Beat for like 15 minutes.
I don't know.
Last episode, can we tell the Primark story?
No.
No, we can't.
Jesus, even
Can we
Barry's
whisper
saying
it?
that. That's
Just
how
whisper
bad it
it.
is.
It's really bad.
It's really,
I can't
really
fucking
bad.
wait. Can't wait to hear this.
It's the kind of thing like when Richie dies, maybe we'll tell it as a funny story at his wake. But then
Jim's got the original recording. He's waiting to go fucking nuclear if I ever misbehave. But to be fair, he doesn't come off too well in it either. But I mean, like some of the things that I enjoy, like it's really weird. Gamewank started because Jim and I wanted to get into doing like radio. We wanted to write like a radio sitcom or a radio sketches or stuff
Aye,
like
Bob
that.
and Rick and that.
Aye, thank God that never happened because I was looking at some of the treatments for that other day and it's pretty bad. But we
could
did.
do it, man,
it was,
you and me.
there was like
a male spear.
That's pretty good. So basically we did the podcast because we thought, right, we'll do that because it's easy and then we can drop in these sketches. But like actually the podcast, we didn't expect anyone to listen to it. It was almost like just a thing that we did. And then shortly after we started Gamewank, we discovered Twitter. And then, it's like with Twitter, you actually get
Aye.
a bit of feedback and start to realise that someone out there is listening to what you're saying. And then we just started enjoying it a lot more. And
But he's mainly did it because Pennsylvania inspired you.
See it.
No, we weren't watching Pennsylvania. I mean, maybe the general culture that was building up because of Pennsylvania was so maybe indirectly, but we weren't.
But Jim put on that big show about...
No,
when I first met him. Before he blocked me on Twitter, he put on that big show.
We did become Pennsylvania fans after we started because obviously, but it was like
Sussing out the competition.
no, it wasn't.
When did it start again? 2008? God, it'd been nearly done by then.
I know. Were you not on telly at that time?
Aye.
When did Pennsylvania start? Was it
2004.
I thought it was 3.
4.
Maybe Jim was. I don't know, but maybe that's why. Because it was Jim's idea to talk about games.
And now Jim's a rising star in the UK games industry.
But Jim used to do it-
What are you doing?
Jim used to do a podcast called Jim's Bag of Bollocks,
All right,
where he
fine,
kind of
fine. I just want to ignore that.
looked at various. I think he just wanted to do a podcast. But the way that Jim's Bag of Bollocks used to happen is that he would write the whole thing and read it as a voiceover, and then edit it.
Oh, I
So it had a completely different presentation style and everything. And then we did like as an insert for one of them, we did me and him talking about. It was me and him talking about Doctor Who. And then,
Yes.
and then we decided that we wanted to do podcasting. So, and then obviously, then we started doing the sketches, and they became a bit more elaborate until we got to the point where we were doing that. We did like one episode that had like a 20-minute sketch at the end of it, and
So did you have were you talking about different options then for Gamewank? Was it always going to be about games, or was there a possibility that Gamewank was going to be something other than about games?
it could have been. I mean, it could have been a bunch of things, but I think games. We never really talked about it that much. I think games seemed like the most obvious thing because we were both into games, and they were a good subject to talk about. I think at that point it was like it seemed like I think when we were doing that, it wasn't as heavily saturated as it is now, but it's like games lend themselves quite well to like podcasting, I think I would say. I mean, I guess you could talk about any subject, but I think games lend themselves particularly well because there's a lot to talk about. So yeah. Like it was weird, like the first year that we did it, we used to record for like 3 hours at a time. We spend entire afternoons recording, and then Jim would edit it like over a weekend, an entire weekend, and he would turn like a 3 hour recording into like an hour. And then at the end of the first year, that's how we managed to put out an episode that was all offcuts, which turned out to be one of our best episodes. But that's where the Ribena story came from. And you know, and we're gonna follow that model, but as time went on, and our responsibilities grew, we kind of tightened the format a wee bit, and then I think it was 3 years we'd been doing it when we brought Barry in. Although Barry in the first year, Barry and Jed, when Barry was in,
I think it's actually 4 years this summer.
4 years? Christ. Barry, when the first series we brought in Barry, and Barry was in a band called Amid Concrete and Callousness, and he had his pal Jed, our pal Jed.
That was quite early, yeah.
I think that was one of the best episodes in the early ones as well. That was we had a good laugh doing that. Barry reviewed a DSi.
Who was the boy that used to be on Gamewank? I've asked this before, and I always forget what his name was. Or it might have been Jim's Bag of Bollocks he was on. There was
another guy called Owen.
Was that him that was in Jim Steele?
No, that was another guy called Carl. He was one of my old school friends actually. He did a bunch of Sean Bean voices for us in one episode.
Yes.
He did like impressions of Sean Bean. And so guests over the years we had a guy called Owen, not Mecha Gamezilla Owen, he came later. We had another guy we used to work with called Steve, and of course we had Alex, and then Crystal and Lindsay started contributing after we met them on Twitter. Obviously Ryan and Owen. Yeah, it kind of.
And I get asked to be on Gamewank, and then it was like no long after. Oh, Gamewank's fucking dead, by the way, so you'll no be coming on.
Aye, it's weird because I think
me and you we'll do a podcast.
No. After that Beeth chat, man, I'm never looking
well,
at
that's
you
the
again.
name, it, no?
Beefcast. I'll do Beefcast. You can do Beefcast. We'll see which is more popular.
Sync them up.
But I'd say
we should get the guys for Leithcast on.
Is that a thing?
No,
it fucking will be.
Leith FM, but
Leith FM. So I would say favorite moments for me would be probably most of the ones we did guess. So like I'd say favorite moments was the Meta Crisis episode, which me and Jim wrote and recorded and cut in about 3 weeks, which was intense. Then first time we had Barry on, first time we had Owen on, and the Christmas episode we did with Ryan. I'd say that would be.
He spoke in a bomb. See that line? I was walking through the park with my dog when I heard that, and I lost it.
That Christmas, that episode, the sketches for that episode, we were going to do another bunch of like really long sketches, and that episode was meant to be a Tron parody, and we were going to get our friend Danny, who does music, to play a character called Prawn. P-R-O-N. It's just so fucking ridiculous. I'm slightly glad that didn't happen. But aye. There was a lot of times where we were going to do sketches, and then we got to time of recording, and we're like, we need to write them and then edit them. So the sketches kind of just fell away. I don't know what else. I feel like I'm just rambling now. I don't know.
What was your favourite moment?
Favourite moment?
You must have a favourite episode or a favourite time.
I cannot remember a lot of it. Like,
but that happens with anything you're in. You forget a lot of it.
It feels weird to have a favourite. Think
of when other people tell you about stuff like, I love this, and you go, I never said that. I did. And there's a fucking recording.
Probably, okay. Well, okay, so maybe one of my favourite, apart from just recording sketches, I always have a lot of fun.
Should we ask McBee Pete what Richie's favourite moments were?
My favourite is probably, one of my favourite moments is maybe when we were all talking about Tomb Raider and Owen went off on one.
Talking about the big Russian guy.
Aye, that was like we just met Owen.
He's a baddie, so he's Russian.
It's funny because it's funny talking to Owen about that afterwards. But like we just met Owen and he came in and he sat down. He was very quiet for a lot of the recording, and then we finished talking about Tomb Raider, and then he pulled out his opinion about Tomb Raider.
And you're made to feel really good during the shooting sections because even the baddies say to you, "Whoa, she's a really good shot."
That's
when you're taking it, and it's just like That's the most condescending fucking thing. Like, you're just after taking this fella's mate. His fucking brains are skittering across the ground, and his mate's going, "Whoa, not bad for a girl," because it's progressive, you know. Like, whoa. Holy did you see that guy's brains coming out of his fucking nose? Not bad. I wish he was on our side. Oh, you're making me hate the game. Oh, he's remembering now. Hey man, I didn't have any fun playing that.
I
game.
did though. I did have
didn't
fun.
have any
I fucking
fun.
loved that
There was
game.
no fun.
That was back when like Owen's rants were kind of charming and entertaining as opposed to concerning. It's when you start getting them in real life. It's like, all right, you all right?
There's no microphone.
A box with dark horrors inside it. You open it a few times and the hinge is broken. You can't get it closed properly.
So everyone's been sharing their thoughts, their memories on the Ripwank hashtag, which if you go back in time, you'll see that was a completely different thing, unrelated to Gamewank. So R.I.P. to Wank. Try to show some respect there.
They in heaven now.
To Mr. Wank.
First question comes from Michael S. Hoffs, who wants to know, which Game Wanker did you hate the most? Be honest now. That was posed to Ryan, so I guess, Ryan, that one's for you.
Oh,
Did you hate the most? Jesus Christ.
Just, if you answer Michael if you want, you can just say Michael. If that'd be easier.
Yeah, Michael.
Mr. Breeze wants to know, what's the fucking point? Is this the guy that always asks, what's the point? We should finally answer his question.
What does he look like?
He's got some shades on. He's a yes voter.
Oh, aye.
What's the fucking point? Well, there is no fucking point, which is why it's...
Why we're starting? There's no fucking point.
There's no point.
Fuck it.
Mickey Gamezilla asked, does Jim still think I was the best guest?
He's not here. Can't ask him.
So, when did Jim actually say that Owen was the best guest?
He did,
Did he?
He did. Better than Joe, better than any other guest that might have been on.
Oh, actually, that's another favourite moment. Scott, when we did the BitSocket one, when Scott started talking about Mass Effect, doing his custodian shepherd.
He's like, he's got a tooth missing. Custodian shepherd. It's a pervert brought in a space station. I love space, mate. I love space. Are you an alien? What's your tits like? What's your tits like? Custodian shepherd, get back to your home.
This is your final warning before we jettison
It's like every other job in the ship is done by robots and AIs, except cleaning the bogs.
Because even the robots
just won't do it. But you still had that pupa, you see. You get stealth missions and you're like sneaking into
the next game I want BioWare to do is that you play a Janny on the set.
only by getting your galactic cleanliness rated up to 100%.
100%. Can you like, it would just be for a promotion.
Shepherd, we've heard there's a real minging bog in the Noveria system. Away you go.
You get like radio updates from, oh, we just shot these things, we killed a big robot, it was amazing. You're like, fucking plunging away at a shite. You don't have any gloves. It's you've got to be level 30 to get rubber gloves, so it's like, you just get shite right up his hook stuff. And he's just crying. It's like, you just can't stop the tears.
Rantsby Richard says, I'll always remember Richie kicking fuck out of his laundry basket.
Yes, cherished memories. For
That's your favourite moment.
Why was that again? You couldn't get the gas on?
Couldn't get the grill? I couldn't light the grill.
Richard Perrin asks, question for the finale, if you could kill one member of Gamewank past or present and no one would ever know you did it, who would it be?
One member?
One member of Gamewank past or present and no one would ever know you did it.
I'd kill myself.
That would be fucking terrifying.
Have you seen that time travel film with Ethan Hawke in it?
No.
I've forgotten the name of it.
Time Travel with Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Is that an old one?
Time Cop.
Give me a
Time Hawk.
second.
Is that an old one?
Shite Hawk.
A couple of years.
Shite Cop. Tom Cruise.
I'm trying to get Time Travel. You ain't a fucking loop on.
Jean-Claude Van
No,
Damme.
I'm right. Predestination.
No, I've never seen it.
It's good.
Cool.
That's it. That's the story.
That's it.
Watch Predestination. It's pretty good.
Don't know. I wouldn't kill anyone.
Perrin's a nut. Perrin is
Was Perrin ever an honorary member of Gamewank? Never.
yeah, no, he's made a few contributions. Yeah,
Kill Perrin.
we
Perrin.
also let's kill Perrin.
I just want to place a beret on a headstone.
We did
You could get a really jaunty angle as well on a headstone.
when
That friction just
Perrin used to do a podcast
slowly
called
sliding.
Stage Clear with Rob Fahey, and it was excellent. And it was running about the same time as the first year of Gamewank, and we went on their last episode. That's another highlight.
That's
for
not
me.
what you said earlier when the mics weren't there.
We were going to get Perrin on this episode, but Richie just launched a fucking tirade about
It was it was a bit frightening.
Foaming at the fucking mouth.
Hipster cunt, did you?
Lovely man Neil Gorton asks, we all know Guy is the most likely to die first, so like the pharaohs of old, would you be willing to be entombed with him when he goes?
Guy will be a very stinky corpse.
Aye.
So
Reeking.
that's a resounding fuck no.
No.
From me.
If we could
He'll just
find...
be buried with his
What
toys.
I'd like to mummify Guy using Richie's cock, like a big
Oh!
long bandage,
Jesus. No, I was thinking more like just
putting you in it.
peel it back.
Oh,
Then.
Cocoon you in it.
Aye.
cock vor on Gamewank. Right to the last
It
episode,
finally
we
happened.
got it in.
You could just stick you in a big spud and then you'd be immortal.
But you'd be a potato.
You'd
I'd be
stay
dry
in the
out.
potato.
Dry him out.
Or you could like cut your head off and you could attach the potato, come back like Dio. Potato.
We got a drawing of Luigi from Andrew John Beltran, but his
Oh,
account's
nice.
protected. His account's protected, so I can't retweet it. He just drew Luigi.
That's
And
really
Just says
nice.
Year of the Luigi, never forget. You sure that's got anything to do with Gamewank?
He sent it to Gamewank, but I can only see it from my account because I follow him. So can we have an update on just how close the million dick hashtag got to success?
Well, there's the since we will be physically there on the live stream. This is one last push.
A
for a
million
dick.
viewers.
Million viewers on the live stream. Can you get a million viewers just to see a penis?
The three of us can peel Richie's pants down. I don't think you'll be able to stop all three.
I will. If we get a million viewers on the live stream, I will absolutely. I'll get down to my.
100.
I'll throw.
100
I'll
dick.
throw my clothes out the window.
That'd be
100.
beautiful.
Drive
because
home naked.
100.
You'll get it out,
100 dick.
and
fuck
then
off.
Twitch will just ban the account.
100 for just the tip. The massive tip.
Heat Phoenix asks, "Will Tyrone make another guest appearance in the show or not?"
He's
This is
here right
important.
now. He's just no. You alright, mate? It's fine.
He's fine. He just waved at us.
Like this guy doesn't even have a lot. He's only got 6 followers, but he still managed to chime in to say, "What's his name? Linweth says privatise Scotland. It no longer does anything of value." Christ.
You don't know what we're going to do next.
The Toilet Duck says, Gamewank taught me loads of Scottish phrases.
Toilet ducks from New Zealand.
Alright. Greeting, for example.
Does he know for the toilet?
He's put good night sweet price, but I think that's a typo, so you've kind of fucked it there. Thanks anyway, Aidan, but you fucked up.
Gibsonic Perry Gibson.
Very Gibson.
Perry Gibson, one of our favourite listeners. What do you want to be the last game you play before you die? The final world you explore before you leave this one? Jesus. So you're about to be killed, and
I'm
someone
about to be
says
killed.
you've got one last game to play. What do you want it to be?
That Sims expansion that had Katy Perry. in it. That's the one.
Do you think you get to play through the whole game so you could be like, I want to play a JRPG or something and get another 90 hours?
Or in your case, you'd play the first 3 hours and just
Be
roll,
like, right,
roll over and die.
I'm done. Just shoot me now.
Burger time.
My death game would probably be Mario Galaxy.
It'd be Dizzy.
It would be Dizzy.
Death Time Dizzy.
It'd be one of the Dizzy games where you only get one life.
Right a will with Dizzy. Are you going to leave your estate to the Dizzy Kickstarter? What is it? You're getting spam off the Twitter
twins.
account.
Oh fucking yeah! I started following the Oliver twins on Twitter, and it was.
Did they send you a letter of thanks?
I did get a spam DM from them.
Fuck's sake.
Is it for herpes as
Got one here from Robin Smith that says, "But I only just signed up to your newsletters, you shit." What newsletters? Like, what fucking newsletter? Is there a Gamewank circular? Where's he from? Doesn't say, but Beef. Is there like a Gamewank circular going in the doors?
Shortly after Gamewank, before the Tamagleash videos really took off, shortly after the Tamagleash videos took off, there was another guy who set up a channel called Gamewang. All of his titles had Gamewank in them.
I mean that.
And it was
Gamewank.
some strange wee boy just sitting in his room talking about games.
That's embarrassing. Ross Fubister asks, "What is your
Phobos though?
Fubist
Is that
Fubiste?
He's not French. Fubistre.
Fubiste?
Fal? Falbuster. Ross.
Ross, what's your favourite Easter egg in International Track and Field for the PlayStation? I like the Gopher.
The only track and field game I played is Track and Field 2 on the NES.
I'm just happy that such a Ross question has made it into the final episode of Gamewank.
That's peak Ross. There was it a track and field? You were running down a hill and you had to jump at the end, and if you wiggled the joystick really quickly, your guy went into space. Like right into the fucking stratosphere, and you get loads of points for it.
__D___W asks, is the funeral catering for the show supplied by Greg's? We will buy lots of Greg's in for the live stream. We will do that. We will make
Somebody asked,
Richie eat a pink jammy.
Shortly after the...
What's your favourite cake for Greg's? We should... We've never done favourites from Greg. We'll do that. Do you want to do that? What's your favourite hanging your favourite cake for Greg's?
Do you know what? I've had so... Because
you eat a lot of Greg's these days.
Because
all joking aside.
In between my office and my house, the only place there is to buy a lunch that's even close to being edible.
He's lying.
That's utter nonsense.
Mine to me
There's
in
like
the car.
Between the office and the house, there's only a Greg's.
And
Is that what
two
you're telling
co-ops.
me?
It's like I've got Greg's or co-op. I'm
think it's
not
something
joking.
alright. Mind that time in the car when you pulled your phone out while driving and shouted Greg's. And I heard Ryan losing it in the back seat.
Because he had a missed call.
Greg's!
That's your sandwiches here, son. That's your month sandwiches
That's
here.
where like
No, remember we drove into that scheme, all the corners, and there was no fucking
we just ended up
Greg's.
outside someone's house.
When was
There's
the last
no
time
Greg's here.
When was the last time you had a Greg's?
You know the answer to this.
No.
You know the answer to this. It's... Let me see. What time's it now? 7 hours ago.
7 hours since your last fix.
I've been eating a lot of cheese and ham baguettes. With
I like
a bottle of Coke Zero and an apple Danish.
I like a pink jammy.
A pink jammy is
A
pretty good as
Mexican
well.
chicken baguette.
What's a pink jammy?
The
It's like a-
pink iced donut with a jam in it. What would you use?
Have you had that? I'm quite boring with the savoury. It's the sausage rolls.
Chicken bake.
Yeah, chicken bacon.
The pastries kind of make me feel a wee bit sick.
The
Hi, because you eat 7 of them.
oh, something wrong with that with that seventh one. Oh, I might take that. I won't take it back. I'll leave it until later. But the day the caramel kind of donut thing that's got the toffee caramel centre. It's really, really sweet. Failing that, yum yum. Obviously, yum yum.
Yum-yums are good.
I'm not into cakes.
You just get like a chicken bake, steak bake, chicken bake. Eat it like a piece.
Yes, mate. Call that a beef piece. Any tatties?
A beef burger.
Chop some tatties on this.
Linoeth asks, which Scottish video game podcast is the best now then?
I don't know anyone.
BitSocket.
I would say BitSocket.
Don't say that.
Why
How?
not?
They're nice boys, right? But they're the enemy.
They're not anymore.
Oh, because we're fucked.
Well, we're there's not, BitSocket have been incredibly nice to us over the years.
Good for them.
One more go is the best. Hashtag
Yes.
self-promotion.
Oh yeah, one more go. You're doing one more go again, aren't you?
Aye, because Gamewank's not taking up all my time like it used to. Let's Hug Bro asks, what's next for everyone? Anime wank, Trek wank, Death wank.
The wanks are done.
Apart from the final strangle wank. Your kids. We never got to do Gate wank. We never got to do Ava wank.
No.
Ava wank's still on the cards. Once
Jojo wank. You catch up. Jojo wank.
I wanted to do Ava wank with Ryan so he can just tut and sigh all the way through it.
I enjoyed it.
Did you?
What was
Holy
happening?
shit.
I don't really understand how it's managed to turn into the religion that it has become, but I did enjoy it. It's probably just because I don't want to have sex with any of the people that
Well, that's guy's issue, isn't it? Like,
Come on.
you want to shag the wee penguin?
It's the last.
he wants to go into an Eva and shag that wee penguin with a big Eva cock.
There's a lot of tweets here. It's just really very nice.
listening to it.
It's a lot of just very nice sentiment.
Aye, just like good riddance and all that.
Aye, lots of people saying it was a really big thing to them and they enjoyed it. Got a real nice wee bit of sentiment here from Space Titanium, a long time fan of the show.
Space Titanium. I just meant, but it's just for him actually. But the first time he approached me at Eurogamer a few years ago, and he said hello to me, and then he said who he was on Twitter. But because I'm crap at remembering people on Twitter, I just looked at him as if to say, I have no idea who you are. And then he left, and I was really hungover as well.
Cold,
and
man.
I know, I feel really bad.
Not now, boy. Not now.
But Space Titanium says, really don't know what to say about Gamewank ending. It's too many thoughts for a tweet. It's legitimately my favourite podcast ever, the one I go back to time after time just because it's still so entertaining. The way a lot of me and my friends' interactions were formed out of a mutual love of Gamewank. I've made friends through Gamewank. I can still remember listening to most episodes for the first time, sat at a bus stop as Jim and Rick talked about Fallout 3. I can't do it justice in words to how much Gamewank has meant to me over the years. It was more than a podcast. It was a grotto of grot. So I thank you, Richie, Jim, Barry the guest, TV's Ryan McLeod, and Guy Woodward, the sad man from Twitter.com, for some of the best entertainment I've had related to video games over the last few years. Thanks, chaps. You've been graceful.
Stu says, what's the worst thing you've ever seen Richie eat? Fuck, I know this. What is it again?
There's a lot of Gamewank memories associated with Richie's stuff.
It was the Christmas episode
Aye,
of Gamewank
that's
that
what
I
I was gonna
recorded.
say.
Oh.
Because it. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at him.
What happened?
Thanks to the miracle of podcasting, you didn't have to see Richie eat that mince pie there.
Have you seen The Fly? I'm pretty
mince
sure
pie.
I've said before, but when we did that Christmas episode, Richie hadn't explained to me that we were recording a podcast. I thought we were just meeting up for a chat. So I came round thinking I'd be leaving in half an hour, and I was actually there for about 4 hours to record the podcast. So I hadn't known them that long. And Richie did that thing that, I forget the character's name, but the guy in The Fly. He has a towel there, his head.
Brundle.
Is that his name? That's the remake, though, isn't it?
All right. I mean,
Same thing, same principle. He has the towel at his head, and he lowers his head towards the food, and he kind of spews on the food.
To break it down.
Well, Richie kind of did that without the spew, but just kind of lowered himself onto the mince pie like that Jello character in Futurama, kind of, and just kind of absorbed it was like an alien spaceship beaming up an abductee. That was something. It was something special. Ruined Christmas.
It was shortly after we posted that tweet last night. One of the first things I got asked is, "What are you going to eat now?" Andy Wrongheaded asks, "Have you ever actually wanked over a game?"
Sometimes the things you had to do to get your chipped PS1 working.
Chip PS1. I was
4.
no.
Are we actually going here? Is this?
Fuck it, man. It's the last one. Because I'm usually quite tame with my partner. What age was I?
Guy's pretty forward about his wanking habits.
I was maybe
You are too.
10, 11. Our
That's-
PC used to be.
That's quite early for a
Our
wank. isn't it?
PC used to
10?
be up in the loft, like it was a wee office in the loft. So you're up there and you were kind of out of the way. You know, nobody bothered you. You could hear somebody coming up a ladder. Is what I'm saying.
Was there a skylight?
And there was like just kind of discs lying about, fucking pirated PC games. And I had a chip PS1, and my dad used to copy PS1 games. And I found this PS1 game in a pile, and it was called Virtual Sex. And I put it in,
That was
and
what
this
my next
weird
story was gonna
music
be.
started playing. And there was 3 pictures of these women who, at the time, I didn't realise were quite famous porn stars. Well past it. And
Well,
you had to pleasure them and build them up. To
there was a
orgasm.
progress bar.
But it was on Russian, or the text, so it didn't say camera. It said Kamepa in weird writing. Sorry if you're Russian. And when you made them come, they'd be like, "Now here's your reward," and it played this mad
Cartoon.
German fucking
Aye, it was
cartoon
horrendous.
of like a witch with a massive fanny that was like leading men into a bush and swallowing them whole. And that's what I wanked to.
What the?
The witch
No,
part.
that was the joke,
Fuck
man.
me.
That was the joke. You see,
Oh.
the story was about the wank.
The worst
No,
thing-
but it was mad. It was like
The
everybody's
witch, though.
cock was stretchy, and it was so fucking stupid. And years later, I found out there's loads of the cartoons, but like the same German company. It's
There-
just like it's fucking a guy shags a keyhole in one of them because he looks through and sees folk having sex.
It's
so he
it's
shags
a
them
really
through.
bizarre style.
Aye, it's
yeah.
weird style
I'm
animation.
sure it's probably got a name, but the thing that I always found really
It
cruel
looks as
about
if it's off of like the fucking 60s or 70s. It's old.
the thing that was really cruel about Virtual Sex 1 is that you couldn't play it
Virtual
with
Sex
one.
1, thank you for pointing that out.
You couldn't play it. Sorry, I had Virtual Sex 2 as well. You couldn't play it with one hand.
You could, man.
Well, it was very, very difficult
There
because
was
you
a
had
way.
to main. Yeah, it was a game. You had to play it.
Aye, it wasn't as if you could just go, right, shag. It was like, no, use a feather to
Aye.
excite her.
God, I forgot about that. The
An
feather.
ice, an ice cube on the nipple. Give your shoe a wee lick. She likes it.
But you had to do it
The
all.
first two I
Yeah,
go.
you
The
had to-
second,
you had
the
to-
third one's
But the
a bit-
best thing was to see if you did it rang and the bar went down, she'd be like, that's not how I like it. And you would just get
She
chucked
told
out.
you to
That's
fuck
not how
off.
you like a
Louise.
shoe.
She told you to fuck off, doesn't she?
Have you ever
She
licked a
doesn't
shoe
say-
before in your
She
life?
doesn't say fuck off.
Does she not? I'm sure
No.
it was really
In
like.
Guy's
No,
voice.
She
she's
maybe
like-
maybe said it to you, right?
But then I remember we got a hold of Virtual Sex 2, which was just a.
It was totally
just-
different. It was,
Yeah, it was
shite.
just. It was essentially just a DVD. You would
Ah,
choose
they
the
ruined
clip.
it.
But at the end, but the hilarious thing about Virtual Sex 2 is at the end of it when the guy, ejaculated.
Spunk, you can see
When he
spunk.
spunked, it was a fake penis.
What?
It was a fake.
I
it was,
don't
so it was-
remember
it was sort
that.
of point of view, but he's sort of wanking this fake willy, and the spunk comes out, but obviously because it can't land on the lassie because it's fake, because it's had been.
Oh,
Put in,
God,
it's been
aye,
animated
aye.
in. It shot out like lasers.
Just through her.
It shot out like lasers. It was. It was distressing.
Richie looked at Barry there as if, you know what I mean?
Can you
Like
laser
for somebody to go,
Can
aye,
you do that
mate, I
Star
know.
Trek?
Fun fact, I have Virtual Sex on my PSP.
Excellent.
And it's brilliant because it's actually a
Nice.
custom e-book that I made when I found it was so hard to find the fucking game again as a torrent, and I think it took like 3 months to download this torrent because there was no seeders on it, and it
It's
means
ironic.
that when you start, I don't know what I fucked up making up the e-boot. And I put the error screen as the boot screen. So when you
right,
boot the
okay.
game, it just comes up. It's fucked on the screen. It's great.
We've talked about Virtual
Let
Sex.
me know if you need that ebook for
so
your-
many
Aye, it's
times.
really
for
been
your
a
PSP.
constant thread.
Who was in it?
I know 2 was Jenna Jameson.
Jill
I might
Kelly.
have the third. Was there a third one? I think I might have had the third one.
Probably.
Jill Kelly, Julie Ashton, and somebody else.
It was like the third or fourth game I got from a chip PS1. I got like Tonka Touring Cars, G Darius, Virtual Sex.
the three
The
you
spectrum of all PlayStation
Aye.
games. You were probably having real sex by the time Virtual Sex was
I
out.
don't
Right?
know what was up to, but I've never heard of these games before.
It was one of the games you go to the bars.
Or Ingleston Market for
We've
my.
got SmackDown, we've got
Bathgate
Virtual
Market.
Sex. We've got trombone.
So that was it. Virtual sex.
That
I
was
mean, it's
the
a
only
really
time
obvious one. I've never.
It was because I was at an age where that was something I had access to. Nobody knew. Of course, I'm going to.
There was
Have
nothing.
you really,
there was nothing
really
there was,
never.
There was nothing arousing about games when like.
Not even Sonic.
You know when Sonic gets a right good run going.
When he goes all the way around the loop.
When everyone talking about the
when the music gets fast.
When he's drowning. Yes. Choke.
Following the rhythm of the.
We've talked about this before as well, but I had the when I first got my first PC, I had the Nude Lara version of Tomb Raider, Nude Raider.
Oh Jesus! I had Explorer codes for that.
Mine folk used to say you could get it on your PlayStation. My mate's got the code.
I've had that as well. It's like go and stand in the corner of this particular level, turn round 20 times,
backflip,
shoot your gun,
land in the pool, put the butler in the fridge.
So to speak.
I've never. When was the last?
It's fucking rain.
Aye,
Is this alright?
Oh yeah.
You've still got the fucking headphones on?
I know. I just thought it'd be best if I just monitored audio for them.
This is it. Gamewank's ending, and God is about to smite the earth. But
This guy jump out the window.
I mean, thank you everyone for getting in touch with your memories. I mean, we can't read out everyone's gushing comments because that'd be a bit of a fucking ego trip. But thank you for all your nice words.
It's nice. It's just nice that there's so many faces that we haven't even seen before came out and said that they'll miss us. So that's nice. But I mean, you know, we've still got we got sort of one last
hurrah and the
with the live stream.
When the live stream inevitably doesn't work. We hope you enjoyed the last episode.
Get it going somehow. It'll be on somewhere.
There'll be another shouting Vine.
Aye, can we just do it in Vines?
It could be,
6
aye.
seconds. I'd be like the Scottish
Periscope.
GMAs. all over.
Periscope the whole thing. That's a reliable form of live streaming. That's the most reliable we've had.
Yeah, I guess thanks for listening, everyone.
Cheers.
I don't know how many people are listening that were listening way back at the beginning, but I hope you've enjoyed it.
I think they're probably all deed by now.
But we're all going to, you know, we've all got things that we're planning to do, so.
Don't pretend there's anything after this, man.
This is it.
I'm going home and I'm taking every pill in the house.
It's just like you're gonna have a fucking great night.
Got a lot of pills.
The pills, it means ties.
Just choked to death on ties.
I'm trying to think of a really small potato. New potatoes are pretty small.
Aye.
Small enough to take like a pill though.
If you can open your gullet.
If it's a suppository.
No, this is positive. How long would it take for a tatty to dissolve? A long time, like.
As we close the final Gamewank, we just want to say cheers to everyone that's ever been nice to us over the years, because there's been plenty of very nice people and we've made a lot of good friends and
Some enemies.
some enemies.
I don't think nobody asked Ryan any really kind of, the tough questions. I thought folk were going to be like, what
you've
really
got
happened to
stuff to
Consulvania, Ryan? That if I could ask a question, I'd be like,
It's not what it's about.
Ryan, how dare you?
That's not a question.
Exactly.
Do you still get
No,
the,
how dare you? Question mark.
Do you still get folk popping up saying, when's New Consulvania?
Aye.
Aye. I'm a big fan, but I somehow have no idea that it stopped years ago. When's the new one?
On the
Sometimes it's annoying because I'm thinking, well, we do make jockey drags now. But I don't want to say that in case they go, aye, I know. when's Consulvania coming back?
on the kind of on the point to point graph of your life with the highs and the lows, where would you say Gamewank is registered?
Oh, definitely.
Is that the measurement of low?
Aye.
How low did you have to climb down to reach our level?
You fell.
Aye, it was free for all for a couple of weeks.
Meters and meters of filth, digging to the garbage-filled core of games media.
No, that's not true. It's been good.
Well, thank you, Ryan and Guy, for joining Richie and I on our short
good
lived
laugh
jaunt
for a
through
year.
Gamewank. And
I could say thank you to a bunch of people that are probably not listening, but I want to say thank you to
God's always listening, man.
The big man.
anyone that's ever been on Gamewank over the years, anyone that's contributed, like Perrin, Mentasm, Steve, Alex. Thank you, Crystal and Lindsay, for being a part of it over the years. And And obviously, cheers to Jim for doing it with me. And
Whoa, what?
What? Is this
Scandal.
Is that the Primark story? Is that what you were on about?
Jim did you in Primark?
Dressed up in Wayne's clothes. And did it up the back of Primark.
Who else is there? Scott and
A
Joe.
pile of soiled jumpers.
And just anyone that was ever good to us on social media, especially when we were getting things like award nominations and pissing everyone else off.
What happened to our name,
But yeah, I'm not going to go on much longer, but thank you. So tonight. So for the last episode, I want to play out with a track that we had on by Danny, who did a lot of songs for Gamewank. It's his cover of Electric Dreams, and yeah, that's it.
Goodbye forever.
Goodbye.
Well, we'll see you in the live stream, but maybe.
This is like the live stream is like Let It Be. This is like Abbey Road.
Your face. That hurt him to hear that.
I know. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, cheers, bye.
Bye.
I met her in Los Angeles when I was touring with the band, no? We were supporting the Stiltskin. It was a big comeback kick, there was a lot invested in it, but anyway, I digress. I seen this big conference centre with hundreds of mad bangers hanging about outside it, and I thought, why check that out? So I ditch the boys and I head in, and this guy dressed as Wario, he's like, you heard of these booth babes? I'm like, no, but I'm aware of that like a clingy shower curtain. Point me in the right direction, you mad fat bastard. Point me in the right direction. I only knew you for a while. I never saw your smile till it was time to go away. Sometimes it's hard to recognize love comes as a surprise, and it's too late. It's just too late to stay. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams. Because the friendship that you gave has taught me to be brave. No matter where I go, I'll never find a better prize. Though you're miles and miles away, I fucking see you every day. I don't have to try, I just close my eyes. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams. The light reflecting off the centre she was holding first caught my attention, but then I looked up and there she was, looking just like Virginia Madsen. I went to her and I says, Hen, I've no fucking idea what you're meant to be, but I think you're roasting. Going back to the tour bus for 4 strawberry daiquiris and a Sir Hip. We'll always be together, Aye, that must be it. Done. Done using find out if they got merit.
So let's move on to the meat of the Gamewank podcast.
The meat of the Gamewank experience.
The meat and 3 vegetables.
What would the meat be on the Gamewank sandwich? I figured it'd be like Billy Bear meat or something.
I think it's got to be awful.
Billy Bear meat. When you're a kid and you're like, how did they get the different shades of meat into that exact formation?
Aye, how do they? How do they do that?
Every year that meat gets more and more stomach churning to see as you become wiser.
Yeah.
I'm sure when I was a kid I thought it was actually made out of bears.
It's just a bear's face. You sliced a bear's face.
And to get the exact right size, they need a whole bear for every slice of that meat.
And then they just chuck the rest of the carcass away.
The rest just right in the skip.
Oh no, I was imagining like a bear's face was like a tree and it was the same all the way.
You can tell how old it is with the rings.
You can tell how old the bear is from how many slices of Billy Bear meat you can get out of it.
This is horrendous. This is quite topical as well.
A 100-year-old bear with like a really long.
See, that's why they need to be cold before that happens, because they're a danger to themselves.
Getting stuck indoors.
Well, this is it. They get to a point where they'd be between trees and couldn't manoeuvre because their heads were so long.
Well, like people driving their trucks, they hitting the front nose of a bear that's actually 100 miles away. It's terrible when it happens. It really is. It gets to the stage where they have to catch salmon in streams in different states. It's dreadful. It's cruel, really.
It's the secrets of Billy Bear meat. Only on Gamewank.